I was a slave to the president and gave birth to 6 children. I am Sally Hemings. In 1773, I was born on an estate in Virginia. My mother was a slave and my father was the slave owner of the estate. After my father died, my family and I were given to my half-sister, Martha Willis Skelton Jefferson. Martha, along with her husband Thomas Jefferson, brought us to Monticello Manor. In 1782, Martha died and my family and I became the property of Thomas Jefferson. I worked as a maid to care for Maria, the Jeffersons' daughter. At age 14, I traveled with Maria to Paris as her maid. However, during my 2 years in Paris, I began a sexual relationship with Thomas Jefferson. In 1789, I returned to the Monticello estate, because at only 16 years old, I was pregnant. Under French law, I could have stayed in France to regain my freedom. But Thomas promised to emancipate our children when they were old enough. Between 1795 and 1808, I gave birth to 6 children, 4 of whom lived to adulthood. In 1801, Thomas became the 3rd President of the United States. Rumors about us were growing in the community, but he never admitted it and continued his relationship with me. In 1802, a newspaper article publicized my relationship with Thomas. But at the time, sexual relationships between white men and slave women were very common in the early 1800s. In 1822, Thomas allowed my 2 oldest children, Harriet and Beverly, to leave Monticello Manor. Before my death in Charlottesville, Virginia, in 1835, I lived with my 2 sons.